and welcome back to another episode of our tips and tricks series. Come on, we're filming.
Hey guys.
Today we are going to be talking about 3 simple ways you can increase video conversion.
I got nothing to say here.
Okay,
You
great.
pretty much covered it.
Okay, let me just check. You're gonna have to chop this one off a lot, Tom.
Hey, you can't speak to Tom, he's mine. Only I get to speak to
Mine
virtual
now.
Tom. My way, no.
Just because you're creating loads of content doesn't mean it's having the desired effect. Quality is always over quantity, so you want to be making sure your content is leading to sales, generating a lot of views, or whatever it is you want your video to do.
So how do you make sure you're making the most out of the content that you create?
These 3 simple hacks are going to help any level of experience, and you can start them right now.
Okay, so the first one is about utilizing cards and end screens, and I'll let Maya talk about that.
Yes, so YouTube cards and end screens are a great way for you to use a natural call to action throughout your videos. So a YouTube card is used throughout the video, and it's a little pop-up that comes at the top, and it's a link. You'll be able to see it at some point. And this is a link, so you can put a link to another video you've created, another video someone else has created, a playlist. You can link to a website if you're part of the YouTube Partner Program, but you need to hit a few requirements, so like level of YouTube.
Views, watch
Why
time,
would I not do this? Subscribers, views, stuff like that. I think it's only 1,000 subscribers, but once you've hit that, then you can join the YouTube program and you're able to link out to links and stuff. End screens are, as they say on the tin, the end of your video. So a lot of the time what YouTubers will do is they'll put a little empty sort of screen on the end of their video, and it could say subscribe at the top and watch next at the top, and you include that in your video. And then on YouTube, when you're uploading it, you can add in a little, it's confusing because it looks like a card, but the other one is a card, but it looks like a little rectangle. And that would go under subscribe and under watch next. And this is a great call to action at the end of your video to tell people, okay, watch more of my videos or subscribe to my channel. Having the cards throughout the video is a great way to link people to your product online, or to link people to previous videos, whatever you're talking about, and getting them to get there really easily. It's about making the customer journey as simple as possible.
Okay, so just to elaborate a little bit on what Maya said, the way we use cards and call to actions and stuff is we use our own templates, obviously. So the subscribe now thing, we would stick at the bottom, Tom, subscribe now. And also at the end screen.
These aren't the same thing.
Yeah, I know, Tom can cut it up.
But these aren't the same thing because they can't link. They're not links that people can click on. No, what you could say is each of our outros includes a call to action where it says, you know, we have the outro where it says, follow, subscribe, blah, 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 and then we put them in. Maybe say, like, instead of an image, we use an animated outro.
Yeah. What she said. That'll cover it, yeah. Yeah, that'll work. Okay, so call to actions are a great way to direct your customers, your viewers, your subscribers on a journey to buy your product or service, and this helps with conversion rates, obviously.
Yeah, it has a direct effect on your conversion rates because you are literally leading them to the goal.
You're pointing at me.
I'm not doing that deliberately.
I'm clearly the goal here. Okay, tip number 2 is about explaining videos for your product or service. Often a big frustration for many consumers is if you've got a complicated product or service, and the best, most efficient way to clear that up for them is to create a product video or explainer piece of piss. Making a tutorial, again, this is pretty similar to making a product, service, or explaining a video. The idea is to walk your customers through your product, service, maybe a screenshot or a capture like that. If it's a complicated piece of software, you can do a whole screen recording of the process, like videos, for example. Not that hard to use, just 3 clicks apparently. But Tom, chuck up some footage of said process now.
Videos is a simple drag and drop animation system that gives you a professional finish to your videos for a low one-time fee.
So a good example of this would be Becca, for example, who's in our customer support. She makes online tutorials using the screen capture software, and she shares that with our users, maybe if they've got questions or they're struggling with certain things. So that helps clear things up. It's also a great way to share your product or service to a wider market on social media, for example.
Here's a quick run through on how to use a logo symbol for exactly that, a logo. Now, I'm going to upload a logo for a coffee shop here to show you how it works. Here's how it looks.
Maya has just informed me that I say informed, she's demanded that I talk about a top tip of ours. So another thing that Becca does is she makes sure her audio is spot on. So she'll go into the podcast room, so you use like a Yeti mic and just make sure that her audio is clean. Mainly because you're not on camera, so people can't see your face. So they want to know that at least what they're hearing is correct. Yeah, top tip. I am. Okay, so the next one is testimonials. Now, you can't beat testimonials, especially if you're launching a new product or service, or you want to reach out to potential punters and show them how good your product or service is. It builds a lot more brand trust with people. So if you've got someone who's had a good experience or who's used your software or product before, then them talking about their experience is hands down a better way than maybe you saying how good it is. And also video testimonials hands down beat written testimonials, because you're able to see someone, it's a little bit more human and there's a bit more trust there. With this kind of video content, So with this kind of video, testimonials, so with this kind of videos, the aforementioned, it's a great way to be told what to say again.
To convert customers. If they're believing what they're seeing on screen, they're more likely to be converted.
Cool. So with these kind of videos, it's more likely to...
Lead to conversion.
I was just about to say it, but I forgot. So with these kinds of videos, it's more likely to lead to conversions because people are going to have more trust, they're going to know and do stuff. I got it. So with these types of videos, it's more likely to lead to So with these types of videos, people are more likely to believe you, and which will ultimately lead to better conversions. Why the f did I struggle with that, Thomas?
Face check. Okay, so our third and final tip is to use custom thumbnails. This tip takes us right back to the beginning of the customer's journey. When you're scrolling through YouTube and you're looking at what to spend 7 hours watching next, what is the first thing you see? What draws you in and makes you sit and watch YouTube for 7 hours? Us. Oh yeah, me. Or when viewing someone's Instagram profile, what kind of feed makes you tap that follow button? Thumbnails are the first thing that a person sees, and it is a massive contributing factor into whether they watch that content or follow you. Hands down, the best type of thumbnails involve a person smiling. It's just more engaging and it's proven to get people to click on it more. You can make your thumbnails for free on sites like Canva. It's really easy, it's really self-explanatory. Tom will include a little bit of footage of making a thumbnail on Canva. Or for Instagram, when you're uploading a video, you can slide through the options from the video. So you can pick a scene from the video and make that your thumbnail. I'd pick a scene where someone is smiling, not when someone's mid-sentence. I've done it before where you're just kind of like, it's not attractive. Some social media management software, such as Agorapulse, which is what we use, allows you to actually add on a custom thumbnail onto Instagram, but Instagram, as of yet, doesn't actually let you do that unless it's on Reels or IGTV. You can do that for them, but not onto feed. This is important for Instagram because a viewer might see your post on your feed and they might think that's cool, but then if they go to your actual profile and it looks a bit crap, they're less likely to follow you or click on your website. Having a really cool, curated feed is more likely to attract them, and they're going to see, wow, these people have great content, they know how to curate the feed, it looks really cool, I'm going to check out their website.
Okay, so thanks for watching. I hope you enjoyed it.
If you have any other tips, do let them know. If you have any other tips, let us know in the comments down below. We would love to get a conversation going, and we hope you enjoyed ours. Don't forget to give this video a thumbs up and subscribe. My co-host is unable to speak at this point. We'll see you in the next one.